Hello beautiful people, welcome back to the channel. Pots and Petals here, everything garden and allotment related. So today I'm going to be sowing some seeds. July, August, beginning of August are really the last times you can get some of these seeds in the ground. We have missed a lot of the summer crops and most of this will be successional growing, but I'm hoping that this little list might give you some inspiration and ideas of what you can get into the ground in July. So we're going to run through the little prepared pot of seeds for July 2023. We're going to start with the spring onion. So the staple of every year, we've got these silver skins. Now these are well known as being pickled onions in the UK. You can buy these already in jars. We do them at home ourselves, but they're also great raw in a nice cheese sandwich. Absolute staple year on year, those ones. But these are two new varieties. So we've got Rossa Lunga di Firenze. Excuse my Italian please, but this is a bulbing onion, but you can use it as a spring, which is why they look quite large on the picture. That's why I got them, and they're that nice reddy pink colour, so looking forward to seeing how those turn out. And then we've got Katana, which is a white spring onion, similar looking to a white Lisbon. F1 variety, so we can't save the seeds of these, but we'll give those a go and see how they taste. So they're the three spring onions that we're going to be sowing out today. And then we have got the beetroot. So beetroot I seem to change year on year. They all taste the same. I just find that they all have different colours. I haven't tried a yellow one, to be fair. I've always stuck to reds and purples. But we've got the Detroit 2, which is a bog standard beetroot over here. I'd say July is probably the last time you want to be getting these out into the ground, because they do need a bit of warmth to get going and to bulk up. And then we've got the Cylindra, which is a little bit longer, a little bit thinner than the bulbing ones, but I find that these work great if you're pickling your beetroot. Because they're quite long and thin, you can chop them very nicely into your little round circles that go perfect into your pickling jar. So if you're going to be pickling, try and go for your Cylindra. The beetroot that we'll be getting in the ground today. Hopefully we'll have enough beds for them. What else have we got? So carrots. So you could go for either, I'm going to go for the Autumn King, because I know that they're going to store well over the winter and they're going to be in the ground sort of autumn, maybe up until Christmas, January time. So they're a great one if you know that that's what you're going to be doing with your carrots. Whereas these Amsterdam 2, same with any forcing carrots, they're going to mature quite quickly and you want to pick them when they're quite young. So these should only take 3 months in the ground and then we can start picking them, whereas the Autumn King will last a little bit longer. So these will be baby carrots, and you can also pop these into a little container. You haven't got to grow these in the ground. So they're the carrots. What else have we got? So radish, we have got amethyst, which we got the other day, which is a nice pinky purple one, brighten up any salad. And then we've got two long ones, so Longo Rosso, which looks almost like a carrot. Don't know whether it's going to be spicy like the other ones. And then we've got icicle as well, so we'll give those two a go. I've never done those ones. And then we've got the French breakfast, which is a bog standard, and Prince Rotin, which again I've never had before. But radishes all seem to taste pretty similar, a little bit spicy, which is what I like. And then last of all, we have got some calendula, which I'll be just filling out in some of those spaces down in the flower beds. And these will grow and flower this year, and then they'll start setting seed for next year as well. I forgot to mention I'm going to be doing another sowing of the runner beans, the yellow ones. I'm not going to pronounce that, I'm afraid. Sorry. And then we've also got some red vein sorrel, so I'll be getting those out in the ground today. This is what I'm sowing for July, but there are plenty of other things that you could be sowing right now. So you've got your herbs, which is basil, coriander, dill and parsley. You could be getting those in. You've also got your salad crops, so anything from your chard to your lettuces. Turnips as well, they're another good one, and your French and runner beans. You could get your last ones in for a really late harvest of those. And pak choi, you'll find if you sow that before the longest day, it is prone to bolting, so once you've passed that period you can start sowing those seeds and they should do absolutely fine. And then we can't forget the flowers, so don't forget your foxgloves, wallflowers, and forget-me-nots, they will all be there for next year. But for this year you could get some marigolds and maybe try some cosmos, and also sow some violas for the winter period. So this is my carrot bed, and in this bed this is where the feverfew was. I can't believe it took up all of that room. By the way, I'm really sorry about the wind. But we're just going to swap these over. So we're going to pop carrots over here. I should be able to get a few rows in, and then 2 rows of beetroot just along here. And then in between the rows we're going to put some radishes. So radishes are really quick. By the time your carrots and beetroots are starting to bulk up, you've already eaten the radishes. I'd say about 8 weeks from germination to harvest. So that should fill up these beds up until the middle of autumn. Just got to find some space for the other bits and bobs now. So I am just going to give this a light top up of compost. You don't need to. Carrots don't actually like the ground to be too nutritious because they will fork. But I am just going to give this a little top up because it is starting to go down quite a bit. Now I'm just going to mark some lines with a bamboo cane where I'm going to be sowing the seeds. Now it's just not to make it look pretty and organised, it will just help you when your seeds start to germinate to identify what your crop is and what weeds are. So we managed 4 lines in there. I didn't want to over cramp the carrots. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to fill each of these little troughs with some water so that when we do sow the seeds will stick to the soil and it will have a nice little bed so that when it starts to germinate, that root will have something to go into. So I'm going to mainly do the Autumn King 2 because I know that they'll store well into the winter, but I will just do 1 line of the Amsterdam 2 as some fresh carrots to see us in between these main crop ones. Carrot seeds are absolutely tiny and it's quite windy, so I'm going to close my hand now quick. And now we're just going to cover them up with a little bit of soil and then we'll give them a real nice soaking. We've got the carrots nicely sown in there, 1, 2, 3 rows of the Autumn King and then 1 of the Amsterdam Solo, and then down here we have got 2 rows of beetroot, and I did forget the radishes so I put 1 little line just in between the beetroot down there. In this little box down here we've done some spring onions, and they were the Italian ones, the big nice shallot looking spring onions, and I've also got some radishes in there as well. Still got my sorrel, my pot marigolds and runner beans to sow. I was going to London tomorrow, but I think I might stay back here and just get some odd jobs done and tidy this place up. I think I'd much rather be in nature than in the bustling city for the day. I did also manage to get a little harvest, so just by clearing some spaces we've got some lovely carrots. I can't tell you what they are, but we've got a couple of yellow ones as well. We've got 4 medium small beetroot at the back here, which I'm sure will grate up for salads, and we've got some spring onions too, so that's not a bad little harvest. But that is all we've got time for today. I did just want to get those few bits in the ground, but like I say, I should be back here again tomorrow for another little adventure. Well, I hope you're having a lovely week wherever you are in the world. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment and all of that good stuff, and I'll see you down here again soon. So take care guys. Bye bye.